So, Kuvera, you head back along the way that the white came from. Are you gonna stay that size?
Yeah, because staying smaller is gooder for staying out of sight.
Can I get a perception check from you?
Yeah.
Oh, I need a con. I actually need a con save first to deal with the silt storm. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, he's fine with the silt storm.
Oh shit! I forgot that he could literally change his color to blend in with the surroundings.
When has he been able to do that?
It's the thing that I've never used that I just had.
I guess we just never needed to.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah.
My lord, Richard.
This is like the one time it'd be really useful. Yeah.
I completely forgot that oh yeah, I gave him that forever ago. And I just oh yeah, he changes colors with emotions and whatnot. Just that
yeah. Makes sense.
Okay, well, Kuvera's fur bristles over with the color of the silt. Can you give me that perception still?
Nice.
Red. Excellent. Kuvera, as you're following this trail, it seemed like the white just sort of came from nowhere, and you, at the point of which the silt storm, it's impossible to follow as you go too far out, but as you're going, you pick up a different scent. So while you lost the trail of the white, you smell the distinct smell of a campfire.
He'll head that way now.
And thus you do.
Alright.
It's coming from this direction, and you can vaguely see a slight light in the dark of the silt storm.
Okay. I'll just, keep a little low, trying to blend in.
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah.
Okay, 16. The terrain slopes down here, and you're starting to walk down. The barrows to your left and your right start to get higher.
This is where the mine is, I imagine.
That's what I'd imagine too. So it slopes down. He'll do his little digging thing and just partially be in the ground to where only his head is out now.
Oh my god.
He swims.
He's a sand shark.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, okay, you're partially submerged in the silt. You don't disrupt it because you don't leave holes.
I still hate and love that at the same time.
I just hate it.
There's sometimes when holes would be good, Kuvera. God.
Yeah, and every time you try and leave holes, I have to tell you specifically, you're not allowed
you don't
to.
But in moments like this, it's so beautiful.
Anywho, yes, you're silt sharking.
Yeah, he's silt shark. His head is out so he can keep the scent and see things, and he's gonna go down the little slope. And then once it levels out again, he'll come back out of the ground.
It doesn't.
Great. He'll stay in until it doesn't slope anymore. He'll notice probably this stuff over here. Pay no mind because it's not important. It doesn't have smoke.
Yeah, as you're coming up this way, where this large sign pole is, the area does start to flatten out a little bit. You see the front of a massive 80, 90 foot tall cliff with a cave entrance in it.
Oh. I get to here. Flattens out, comes back out, pats the ground with his paws. Start trotting up towards where the entrance is, where this light source is coming from.
Smell of the campfire coming out.
We're gonna scare the shit out of someone.
Yeah, you see tarps hung, some more barrels, and that's interesting. You register the distinct feeling that the air has gotten a little more humid.
A little more humid, that's weird.
Is Kuvera relaying any of this back to the rest of the folks?
Not yet.
Okay.
Here's a good question. Does he sense any emotions in the vicinity?
Ooh.
That's a good question. You beat the roll. Kuvera, you're aware of very soft. It's anxiety. It's definitely anxiety, but it's dulled out by something.
Okay. Alright. Anxiety.
Drunk. Hobo. Drunk.
This
Hobo.
is definitely somebody. This is definitely somebody who's been smoking a little bit.
Sensing anxiety, Kuvera will shrink a little bit down to like what a small dog would be. Because, you know, who doesn't love small dogs?
You're like you're still like a little beast creature. That's even worse. You're like a goblin.
And then he'll just try to do a little like well, how do I word this? You know how some dogs will like do that little like trot, and like with the puffed up chest and like the tongue out, like
the pageant trot.
Dear
Yeah,
Lord,
exactly.
oh my god, he looks like a dumbass. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to show that he means no harm.
Sure, you walk in looking like a fashion poodle. Yeah, and the distinct moistness of a cave. Moistness, that's weird. This is the silt flats. Whatever, you don't care. You can smell fire, and you can also smell stew. Fresh stew. Some sort.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Kuvera will transmit food into Tenrier's head.
It's a weird type of stew, though. Something's off about it. You don't know what, but it's not right.
Rock stew. Rock.
Rock
Is it,
soup
yeah, I was gonna
joke
say,
incoming.
is it stew the fucking...
It might be rock soup.
Yeah, I was gonna... Rock soup! Drunk hobo!
Kuvera like flops the rest of the way and just like. Oh shit! I see there's
We
a
have a
name over there.
character. We have a
We
character.
have a lad.
At this point, he will do a little like shake and like go back to normal colors.
Back to
And
normal
also fling
colors.
the silt.
You're not hiding yourself anymore?
Nope.
Okay.
And he flings the silt everywhere.
It's kind of a nice warm cave.
Trot.
The bar guy?
You see some dude snoring on a little, like, cot,
Oh lordy.
and there's a big pot of rock soup cooking.
Yeah.
Yummy!
Yuppie!
Yummy rocks.
And you did not beat his passive perception on that stealth roll from earlier, so he does not wake up to your immediate presence.
Sniff, sniff. Wait, is that water over there?
It is.
Why is he near water? He could die!
He's not worried about it, apparently.
He has mild anxiety. Maybe he's depressed.
I'd say maybe that mild anxiety is him realizing that he's close to a certain death.
Kuvera, can you give me a perception check?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is obvious. Dude's sleeping curled up next to a shotgun.
Plot twist is that this is Kuvera went back in the past, and this is the Smoky Grave Digger before he became the Smoky Grave Digger.
That would be hilarious and also depressing. He's got a shotgun.
He does.
He'll transmit this mental picture back to them. To Tenrier. Just a dude curled up hugging a shotgun.
Dude curled up holding a shotgun next to some water with some mild anxiety. And some rock soup.
Yeah, exactly.
Rock soup.
Like some rock soup.
Kuvera is honestly also like transmitting that he's tempted to consume some of the rock shoot, but he's being polite and not. He's more confused at why there's a dude that could literally die from going in water, like the one dude from that one time when we were fighting the hyper rabbits.
From that one dude that one time that Solomon and a puppet murdered someone.
Exactly, and he was there for it.
Yeah, he was.
In character, I'd say Joel wouldn't want to bug the guy. Out of character, I know when there's an NPC about, they are meant to be bugged.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you can't just say that. You called that dude an NPC.
Is he not? I mean, unless one of us has started to play him. If you're playing
Surprise,
him,
Westley,
Ken.
you're playing him. No.
Congratulations. Wait, Richard would be
Congratulations.
playing him. Finders Keepers.
Oh no!
You get to keep him. He's your boy now. He's definitely not. He's got his shotgun. All right. So everyone else, you're following this white, correct?
Yes.
You're following the white, and the trail leads you down into some, again, higher dunes. It's getting a lot rockier here, and the trail is just kind of snaking in between these, like, passes between these massive dunes. You've been traveling for about a mile?
Okay.
Y'all are doing an interesting trick because, yeah, Kuvera had to also go a pretty decent distance. And at this point, he's just now transmitting all that information to you.
Huh. Apparently he found a dude with a shotgun who's passed out and feels anxious.
Where's this place in shotguns?
Gotta be prepared for anything.
Yeah, and I mean, there was a guy back at town that was the sheriff who had, like, a pistol?
No, he was Bearif.
Right, Barrett.
Bearif?
Also, apparently this guy's sleeping near water. I wonder if he's got a death wish or something.
Probably a good place to hide out from the other Makuri that are here.
You know, that actually raises a question. Would the Barrow Whites also die if they got into contact with water?
Does everything on this plane die in water?
I mean, we know the Makuri would disintegrate, wasn't it right?
Melt.
Melt.
Solomon would know.
That is unsettling. Good to know, so I did not realize that. Oh, so that explains why no one at the bakery ever offers water.
Oh yeah, no, they would. Yeah, I think we like force them to wear gloves if they ever have to deal with water, and the gloves go all the way up to like the elbow or shoulder.
It's honestly kind of unfair to have them employed in a place that would be expected to serve drinks.
I mean, they have the chef, and he's not a Markori, right? I don't remember.
We don't know what the chef is.
Yeah, what is the chef?
What if a fucking Karen comes in and is so unhappy that she splashes her drink on them and they fucking die?
No!
I would absolutely destroy this Karen.
No! Ultimate final boss of the bakery!
That's
Karen!
manslaughter. That's man disintegration.
Yeah, it is. She'd go to jail.
Yeah.
She'd probably be
Or-
executed.
I was gonna say that or get straight up disintegrated by Tenrier.
Or me.
Or Keyana.
Get sent to
Probably by Keyana.
Well, okay. Then we'd probably have a rule established that no, you please don't serve drinks to anybody,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Unless you're.
If they're fucking dying of
It's a coffee
dehydration,
house,
don't even
though.
serve them.
It's a coffee house, though.
Coffee's off the menu.
No, it's not!
It is now.
Maybe there's like a contraption where they just like press a button and then it directly pours from a faucet.
Yeah.
If you
you
splash
got-
someone with water of the Markori, it's basically like splashing hot oil on them.
You've got Pee-wee's Big Adventure breakfast machine to give them
So
cocks.
So
Like,
it
leave a
wouldn't kill
burn
them, it would
mark
just
at
burn
first.
them, yes.
People work with hot oil. In,
Yes, they do.
Yeah, people work with worse thing than hot oils. People work with like straight up acids.
Yeah.
So it's like literally just hot oil unless they're exposed to a large,
Figley was
constant.
dunked into a pond. That's why he melted.
Yeah.
It's like being
Yeah.
put into a vat of boiling oil.
Or
Yeah.
out of boiling acid.
I want to
Yeah,
see
that
what
too.
it would be like for rain on the Barrow Whites now.
Ooh, probably not good for them.
I don't
Anywho,
think it rains in this.
It rained once.
it did, and that was because of a magical disruption from a spell.
Mm.
Not that cool.
Oh no. How many people died?
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Rainstorms are their like
Volcanoes.
wildfire, tornado, etc. etc.
Very
Tsunami.
bad for people, yeah.
Imagine what a geyser would be like. I hope there ain't no geysers.
Sandy, probably.
I do not think there's much water here. I'm surprised that the trees are growing at all. They look dead, but they aren't. They're
Nature
alive.
finds a way.
They're probably more like cacti.
Very unique species. I hope that we can get one to grow back home.
Yeah. But what should I tell Kuvera? He's asking what to do.
I don't know.
Sit on the guy's lap.
Do not.
I mean, he's asleep
He has
with a
gun.
shotgun.
He has gun.
He's cuddling the shotgun like it's his wife.
Did you say life or wife?
Yes.
Probably.
You said one or the other. That is not. Whatever.
Keyana brought up the very good option that it could be both, and I say yes to both now. It might be his wife and his life. His wife. Wife?
Wife for life.
Wife life sounds like a really bad reality TV show.
It really does.
Yeah, I really do.
This is the life. And it's just a man in a cave with a shotgun.
But you want him to wake him up, Keyana?
No, just sit on him.
While he's sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
Fair. I really hope that he doesn't wake up and just...
Well,
What are
then
you
don't
gonna
wake
do,
him up.
shoot your dog?
I think that's pretty simple instructions.
I mean, yeah, Kuvera could probably take a bullet unless it's like a Balrog-esque gun.
I do not think you should vary for your dog. I think you should vary for the man.
Really?
Kuvera wouldn't murder.
Just
Name,
don't wake him
insure.
up, and you won't have to worry about it. But I guess on the off chance that he does wake up, then you should. Then I would say, for my personal judgment, you should dip if he wakes up.
Very fair. He can also just dive into the ground or into the water.
Kuvera leaves no hope.
Are the people here very dangerous?
Tenrier just the 50-50 hand motion.
If you're in a place with established law,
There's no established law. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, there's a law back in the Markori
I'm
town over
just
there.
trying to figure out how careful I should
looks off into the distance. Desert don't care about no law.
I'm getting very mixed signals from you.
That's cool.
That's just Joel for you. He could be an outlaw or a person who got lost, so, you know,
Check for name tag.
Check for name tag.
I'll tell Kuvera. You know, that is very fair. He could be a minor. He could be a minor and he would have a name tag.
I'll be honest, I half expected it
Why would
to
a
be
minor have a
the
name
Toad
tag?
token and for it to be like 3 toad or something.
I don't know, Keyana, but, you know, sometimes there's like those little places of business that have name tags like that say, "Hi, my name is blank."
Why would
Maybe
you need that as a minor?
in case they die from a mine collapse.
To
Well, then they're
avoid
dead.
to avoid any minor inconveniences.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it would be a thing like dog tags, where if they fall in water, it'll still be around. So if someone finds it, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, so that's where they went."
That was my
It's
thought.
more likely so that they're able to inform their next of kin in case of something like that.
Yeah, what Joel said.
Yeah, but having a name tag like that, it's more probably be more like a dog tag.
Yeah.
Not just plastered to their like shirt. It would probably be like in their pocket or around their neck.
Fair.
Tracks go down into middle of barrows. Do not know is this beyond well.
I'm gonna try to stick kind of close to this rocky outcropping.
Man, you know what would have been nice right now? If we would have had Frank, he could have just made us all invisible temporarily. God. You remember the time we had Frank do that, guys?
10.
What's up, Chris?
I'm getting bad feeling. I'm thinking probably best not to be as loud.
I'm thinking about reinstating the law of the talking rat.
I'm not gonna touch that rat. Ugh.
Then you ain't gonna be talking, boy.
Intense Joel.
Tenrier looks at Joel. Anarchy for life.
You're one of them, aren't you? One of the outlaws of the Siltlands.
Technically, yes.
If
I'm
so,
sure your
well,
name will be carried out for miles.
But don't worry, I'll be quiet because Chris said she's got a bad feeling.
do have bad feeling. I would appreciate you listen.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do a perception.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Listening.
Just listening?
Yep, because if I hear anybody, then they've probably heard us.
Well, from this distance, you're not gonna pick anything up other than the silt storm.
Okay, then we should be good. Keep calm, carry on.
Come down in between the winding, bending dunes of silt. It's getting harder to see around the corners.
This is probably where we should start. Maybe planning a detour? Now, I don't want to suggest that we might be walking into an ambush here. I think we might be walking into an ambush here if we don't maybe find another way around this bend.
Bush is not hard to see coming. Bush is very big. If you think it's an ambush, then somebody should keep an eye on the back as well.
On it.
Thank you.
That's a smart plan. All right, are we heading further down?
The tracks continue down.
Looking-
Chris
looking-
is just
looking to you,
continuing to
Kat.
point at them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Kat, are you going
I wonder
first?
if I should pop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if I should pop out now.
Up to you.
What do you guys think?
Probably a smart idea.
You could probably get an aerial view.
I don't have any air view puppets right now.
Okay.
All I know is that Tenrier is definitely keeping it on our backs.
As you continue to come down here, you see the terrain slopes down into the centralized almost pit surrounded by dunes, and you start to see a lot more barrels.
Barrels. I knew this was going to be an ambush.
Barrel
white.
lights.
Those monsters.
Or they're full of people.
I'm so glad you guys immediately made that joke. I was covering this map with barrels hoping someone would make that joke. Thank you. Love you guys. And yeah, at this point, Chris just kind of like runs up towards Keyana, looks at the ground, and like shakes her head no, like looks left, looks right, and just kind of whispers under her breath, "Split path."
I'm just gonna. I'll turn to Joel and hold out a hand for the
Wow.
rat.
All right. Here you go.
I know how for the
Use
rat.
it wisely.
Give me like 10 minutes. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
Hmm.
I'm gonna sit down for
All right.
10 minutes to cast Detect Magic as a ritual.
For 10 minutes.
While you're doing that, I'm going to return to the rest of the party.
Tenrier's keeping guard at the freaking entrance, keeping an eye out.
Here. Jane is gonna start pulling a few, like, seeds out from her pockets and use that to, like, summon 2 vines from my coat. I'll just have that on the ready.
Jewel wishes that he could summon a box of red vines.
Don't you curse me with this one right now, Ricky Bobby.
And she's gonna come step next to Tenrier just to make
I
sure.
want red vine.
Just kind of, like, talk over to him quietly under her breath, like, Do you see anything out there?
Does he see anything besides the
Perception
silt
check.
storm? Alrighty, here we go.
You don't see anything. But you do hear something.
Puts his finger to his mouth to get her to be quiet for a second.
In the distance, sort of bouncing down this ravine from somewhere. You can't really localize the sound. It's weird how it bounces. You just hear this soft. A distant howl.
I just heard something howl, and it was not Kuvera. Careful, Joel.
Like looking around, it's all just swirling silt, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh boy.